Top 10 countries with the most sustainable environmental policies. Amidst concerns of climate change, biodiversity loss, and resource depletion, countries around the world are increasingly recognizing the urgent need to prioritize environmental sustainability in their policymaking. From reducing carbon emissions and promoting renewable energy to conserving natural habitats and implementing eco-friendly practices, sustainable environmental policies encompass a broad spectrum of initiatives aimed at mitigating environmental degradation and fostering resilience in the face of ecological threats. In this episode, we shall be looking at our top 10 countries with the most sustainable environmental policies. And by the end of this video, tell us where you would rather visit. Buy a home, invest, or retire if you have an opportunity to do so. Enough. And let's begin. Starting from number 10, Netherlands. With a population of over 17 million people, the Netherlands is renowned for its progressive approach to environmental sustainability. The Dutch government has implemented ambitious policies aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions, promoting renewable energy sources, and enhancing biodiversity. With initiatives such as the Dutch Climate Agreement and the Green Deal, the Netherlands is committed to achieving its goal of becoming carbon neutral by 2050. Number 9. Canada. Canada, with a population of over 38 million, is dedicated to preserving its vast natural landscapes and combating climate change. The Canadian government has implemented stringent environmental regulations, protected over 12% of its land and marine areas, and invested in renewable energy projects such as hydroelectric power and wind farms. With initiatives like the Pan-Canadian Framework on Clean Growth and Climate Change, Canada is working towards a sustainable future for generations to come. Number 8. Germany. Germany, with a population of over 83 million, is a global leader in renewable energy and environmental protection. The German government has enacted comprehensive policies to transition towards a low-carbon economy, including phasing out coal-fired power plants, investing in solar and wind energy, and promoting energy efficiency measures. With initiatives like the Energiewende, Energy Transition, and the Climate Action Plan 2050, Germany is striving to reduce its carbon emissions and mitigate the impacts of climate change. Number 7. Costa Rica. Costa Rica, with a population of over 5 million, is a shining example of environmental conservation and sustainable development. The Costa Rican government has implemented policies to protect its rich biodiversity, expand its national park system, and promote ecotourism. With initiatives such as the Payment for Environmental Services Program and the National Decarbonization Plan, Costa Rica is committed to achieving carbon neutrality by 2050 and preserving its natural heritage for future generations. 6. Sweden. With a population of over 10 million, the Swedish government has implemented ambitious policies to reduce carbon emissions, increase energy efficiency, and transition to a circular economy. With initiatives like the Swedish Environmental Protection Agency and the Climate Policy Framework, Sweden is working towards a fossil fuel-free future and promoting sustainable practices in all sectors of society. Number 5. Denmark. Denmark is renowned for its commitment to renewable energy and green transportation. With a population of over 5.8 million, the Danish government has implemented policies to reduce carbon emissions, expand renewable energy sources, and promote cycling and public transportation. With initiatives like the Energy Agreement and the Climate Act, Denmark is on track to achieve its goal of being fossil fuel-free by 2050 and setting a global example for sustainable living. Number 4. Norway. Norway is a leader in environmental conservation and renewable energy production. The Norwegian government has implemented policies to protect its pristine natural landscapes, promote sustainable fishing practices, and invest in renewable energy projects such as hydroelectric power and wind farms. With initiatives like the Norwegian Climate and Forest Initiative and the Green Platform, Norway is committed to reducing its carbon footprint and preserving its natural heritage for future generations. Number 3. Switzerland. The Swiss government has implemented stringent environmental regulations, protected over 30% of its land area, and invested in renewable energy sources such as hydroelectric power and solar energy. With initiatives like the Swiss Energy Strategy 2050 and the Federal Office for the Environment, Switzerland is working towards a carbon-neutral future and preserving its natural beauty for generations to come. Number 2. Finland. The Finnish government has implemented policies to promote renewable energy sources, protect its forests and waterways, and reduce carbon emissions. With initiatives like the Finnish Climate Change Act and the National Energy and Climate Strategy, Finland is committed to achieving carbon neutrality by 2035 and leading the way towards a sustainable future. Number 1. Iceland. Iceland, with a population of over 360,000, is a global leader in renewable energy and environmental conservation. The Icelandic government has harnessed the country's abundant geothermal and hydropower resources to produce clean, renewable energy and reduce its dependence on fossil fuels. With initiatives like the Icelandic Climate Action Plan and the Iceland Forest Service, Iceland is committed to preserving its pristine natural landscapes and combating climate change on a global scale. Tell us which of these countries you would like to visit in the comments section.